They blamed me for being born healthy. My sister Emma has cerebral palsy, and for as long as I can remember, my parents have made me pay for that fact. Like being the normal one came with a debt I owed for life. Every birthday, every holiday, every achievement I had filtered through the lens of what Emma couldn't do. Emma got a B+ despite her challenges, and you only got an A? Don't brag about varsity soccer. Emma will never get to run like that. When I turned 14, I got my first summer job. Every dollar I earned, gone. Straight to Emma's therapy, or her medical equipment, or a new ergonomic chair she needed for school. My friends bought game consoles and sneakers. I bought prescriptions and custom braces for someone else. At 16, while other kids got cars, I got a lecture about privilege, about sacrifice, about how some of us were put on this earth to support others. And the kicker? Everyone praised them. Neighbors, teachers, church friends, they all said I was such a selfless young man. My guidance counselor said I was an inspiration. Meanwhile, I was choking on bitterness and wondering what the hell I did wrong by just being born. Junior year, my counselor pulled me aside. Your grades are incredible. Have you thought about applying to top schools? I laughed in her face. What money? I explained how every cent I'd ever made or been given had gone to Emma. My college fund, birthday money, graduation gifts, gone. My parents had reallocated it all without ever even telling me. Then I got into Stanford on a partial scholarship. I told my mom, so sure this would finally be my win. She started crying, not happy tears. We're so proud of you, but we can't afford the rest. Emma needs a new wheelchair, and therapy costs went up again. That was it. No offer to help, no backup plan. Just a polite, sorry kid, be proud you even got accepted. At 22, I was still stuck in my childhood bedroom surrounded by dusty participation trophies, juggling 2 jobs while attending community college. Emma called one night, sobbing, I need to show you something. We met at a coffee shop. She looked terrified, but determined. She pulled out her phone, hands shaking, and said, I recorded Mom and Dad last night. You need to hear this. And I did. Mom, we've been too hard on Jake. Using Emma to control his life. It's not fair. Dad, he's strong. He'll figure it out. It's easier than fighting insurance companies. Mom again. We turned him into her caretaker instead of her brother. And that's when Emma looked me in the eyes, tears streaming down her cheeks, and whispered, Jake, I never asked them to take your college fund. I begged them not to. They told me you'd understand because you always sacrifice. I was shaking. How long have you known? Since I was 16. I overheard them arguing. I realized they were using me as an excuse to control you, to give up on you. Then she slid an envelope across the table. I've been saving my disability checks for 3 years. It's enough for 2 semesters at Stanford. I stared at it, stunned. This girl I'd spent my whole life secretly resenting had been fighting for me behind the scene. Emma, I can't take your money. That's not fair to you. Yes, you can, she said, firmer than I'd ever heard her. I also applied to a community college near Stanford. I'm moving out with you. My brain couldn't process it. What about Mom and Dad? What about your care? Her jaw tightened. I'm 20. I can manage my own care. They need to learn to function without using us as emotional pawns. 2 months later, we were living in a tiny apartment near campus. Emma got into a local graphic design program. I finally stepped into a Stanford lecture hall, chasing the engineering dream I'd buried for years. And our parents? Oh, they called. Constant guilt trips. Emotional blackmail. How could you abandon your sister like this? After everything we've sacrificed for this family. Emma took the phone one day, calm and clear. You didn't sacrifice for family. You sacrificed Jake because it was easier than fighting for me. There's a difference. I don't know what stunned me more, her words or the power behind them. Sometimes the person you think is holding you back is the only one who's ever truly fought for your freedom.